What's going on, gamers? It's Shock here. Esports are finally back in full swing now out of the winter break, and already so much has happened. A legend is leaving Call of Duty. Riot's already been duped by their Champions Tour, and it's a busy calendar coming up. So much to talk about. Let's jump into it. Starting with the Call of Duty League, legendary player Scump announced his retirement from the sport this week. He's been in the league, been in the game for over a decade. So after that long of a career, it's no surprise that he's choosing to retire. The shock, though, comes from the fact that he said he would retire at the end of the season instead of retiring mid-season like he is now.
One last dance, ladies and gentlemen. This will be my final year competing as a professional Call of Duty player.
Now, my take on this is that I'm sure Scump is going to find ways to continue to add value to the sport. A lot of other players have, even in retirement. As for Optic Gaming, the team he's retiring from, they're currently sitting in 9th place. Losing a legend can't be considered an upgrade, but when you're used to winning like Optic is, any change should be considered a step in the right direction. All right, up next, the Valorant Champions Tour is still about a month away, but they already have egg on their face from it. The LUDWIG TARIK Invitational was last week. They hosted 4 teams. 3 of them were Challengers teams, that's Tier 2, and 1 of them was a Champions Tour team. That's Tier 1. And guess who won the whole thing? It wasn't the Champions Tour team. Now, I will give Sentinels kind of a pass for this one. The Champions Tour on the America side includes North America, South America, and Brazil. Sentinels are the only team that have decided to go international or multi-regional in this league. Every other team is domestic. Sentinels have 2 North American players, 2 Brazilian players, and 1 European player. So right now, they're still working with about a week's worth of practice, and they're still overcoming language barriers. So the 3rd place there, I think it's promising for the experiment. Lastly, here are some of the upcoming events coming out of the winter break. LCS Challengers happening right now, but Pro League of Legends and the LCS return on January 26th. That'll be the Thursday and Friday of every single week instead of the weekend. Might cover that controversy in a future video. Valorant Champions Tour, of course, doesn't start till mid-February, February 13th, but their Challengers League is ongoing. The formal league for that starts on February 2nd. CSGO is also coming back from their winter break. The Blast Spring groups kick off this weekend. Blast is also hosting CSGO's Spring Major, so while these events have no bearing on the major itself, this event will be a good chance to look at what the major could look like and which teams are going to step up early to be competitive at the major. And lastly, we started the episode with COD. Let's end it with COD. The qualifiers for the Boston Breach Major are continuing this weekend. The second of the CDL's 5 majors take place February 2nd. All right, that's all for this episode. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about Scump's retirement and which events in esports you want to hear about in the future. Until then, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you next time.